Hello and thank you for joining us here on a news brief. For this time, I am Uyi Agmofwebe. President Bola Tinubu has encouraged the Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike to disregard detractors and fakers on his transformative work in the Federal Capital Territory. Tinubu commended Wike's leadership, emphasizing that the center's overhaul reflects his administration's commitment to excellence and quality governance. The president stated this during the inauguration ceremony of the rehabilitated International Conference Center in Abuja, which has now been named after him. The candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in the last governorship election in Ondo State, Agbola Ajayi, has alleged that the All Progressives Congress (APC) members had a pre-knowledge of the verdict of the tribunal, a reason they were celebrating on Akure Street. He therefore vowed to appeal the judgment of the State Election Petition Tribunal. The tribunal, in its judgment on June 4, affirmed the victory of the candidate of the All Progressives Congress in the election, Lucky Ayedatiwa. In a unanimous judgment delivered by the three-man tribunal led by Justice Benson Ogbu, the tribunal dismissed the petitions. And now, time to turn to business. The World Bank has reiterated its projection that the Nigerian economy would grow by 3.6% in 2025, despite the shift in the global trade dynamics. This was disclosed twice-yearly Global Economic Prospects Report, where it slashed its forecast for nearly 70% of all economies, including the United States, China, and Europe, as well as 6 emerging market regions, from the levels it projected just 6 months ago before U.S. President Donald Trump took office. The World Bank also slashed its global forecast for 2025 by 0.4 percentage points to 2.3%, saying that higher tariffs and heightened uncertainty pose a significant headwind for nearly all economies. And back home, the federal government is projected to lose $4 million from a World Bank loan after failing to meet auditing standards on a key revenue reform covering the Federal Inland Revenue Service and the Nigeria Customs Service. The fund formed part of the $103 million Fiscal Governance and Institutions Project, a public financial management initiative financed through a credit facility from the International Development Association. According to the World Bank's restructuring paper dated June 2025, the revenue assurance audit covering the FIRS and customs for the 2018 to 2021 financial years was assessed as not achieved because the reports submitted did not meet international auditing standards. Let's take it beyond our shores now. Russia court has sentenced a Colombian man to 28 years in prison for fighting in the Ukrainian war against Moscow as a mercenary, including in Russia's Kursk region. A court in the border region found a Colombian citizen guilty of taking part in the armed conflict as a mercenary in the armed forces of Ukraine, saying he was sentenced to imprisonment for 28 years. An Israeli strike has killed a Lebanese father and son in a southern village, the Lebanese Health Ministry and state media said. The latest deaths despite a November ceasefire. A second son was also wounded in the strike in Sheba. It was reported that there was no immediate comment from the Israeli military. Israel had warned that it would keep up its strikes on Hezbollah targets across Lebanon